Yeah, that's the Bodhi Bros. We're back. That's it. No,
We the Bodhi Bros, and we are back. Deal with it.
that's it. There's no elaborate song in the beginning. No crazy
No
dancing. You're
jingle.
not today. No jingle jangle. Nothing.
We're just gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
Episode 9. I'm
What?
Bodhi
Episode what?
9.
9?
9.
Season what?
I don't know. 3, right?
3, dude. We're up to season 3. I'm John with a
Season 3.
J. Why do we have attitude today? I don't know. Oh, because we're cutting it short. We're not giving you an hour anymore. No. I know a lot of you will be like, no, Bodhi Bros. I drive an hour every day and do nothing but listen to you. But we're gonna curtail it a little bit. We're gonna aim for 20 minutes. So, and we're already cutting into that time, right? So what are we gonna do? How are we gonna make the video shorter for everybody?
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a spirit talk where we rely on spirit to provide us for the topic of our conversation. So we're coming in. We have no idea what we're going to talk about. So what each of us are going to do is we're going to pull a card, pull an oracle card or tarot card, and we let the card dictate the topic of our conversation. So we're not necessarily doing it for the intention for a reading, but you can use it as a reading. So if you have a particular question, something in mind, you could set your intention for some guidance or an answer, possibly.
Do it now. Come on. Do it.
Do it.
Come on, Ray. Have them set their intention now.
All right. So you know what? I'll go first.
Well, okay, Mr. Firsty First.
I got Earth Warriors right here.
Fancy new day.
That's really good. So if you have a question right now.
Yeah. So Ray is pulling, folks. If you love Bodhi Ray and you just have to have a message from Bodhi Ray or a question from Bodhi Ray, he's pulling a card. But if you don't, you can tune him out, put it on mute, or you could just generally be in acceptance of his message. Because if you're paying attention, the message is for you, whether or not you want it or not. Here it comes. Stop. What does it say? Why can't we ever read what it says? So hard.
It's number 25. Okay. Aloha ki akua. Blessings of the Supreme Being. It's very nice. Kind of looks like Tool, sort of, doesn't it? Like a little bit like a psychedelic.
Right.
It looks like it's kind of like a Hawaiian card.
Alex Gray meets Tool meets the Hawaiian Punch dude. Oh yeah.
Actually, that'd be Kool-Aid.
That's right, Kool-Aid, not Hawaiian Punch. Sorry.
Yeah, get your red guys right.
Yeah. Jeez, come on.
All right. A blessing is coming to you now. Things do not need to be complicated. When you are confusing yourself with too many variables, too much information, or fear and doubt, focus on filling your heart with love and let everything else go. The Great One will handle all matters in life if you open your heart to divine guidance and let go with faith. This will not make you passive, rather it will allow you to feel inspired to take only the most helpful actions. This oracle indicates an answered prayer and that the Divine One has you covered in a situation of concern to you. You are healing and deepening your relationship with the divine.
Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Very good way to start a quick conversation today. Nice tapping into the spirit source, Ray. Open the heart up. Open the heart up. Sit back and relax, man. Be an open, allowing channel of divine energy. Your surroundings. You're supported. It's good. Open the golden gates, and the golden goodness is going to come in. That's what I heard. Just open it. Trust. Know that you're supported. You're a being of light. You're going to be met with the same. Just trust it. Everything else might not be working. It might be just polluting the solutions or putting heaviness on your heart and pressure on your shoulders. So if that's not working and it doesn't really feel good, which it never normally does, try something different. Maybe just open up, back to that lazy river, right? Sit back on the inner tube, look up at the sun and go, I'm ready for some abundance. I'm ready for some answers, some peace, some guidance, or whatever you're looking for, and then listen, right?
Yeah. I think it comes down to listening to your heart. I mean, sometimes we approach our problems so much with our minds and our egos, and we struggle so hard, try to like figure something out. And sometimes that figuring something out is just so stressful that sometimes we get to the point where, you know what, just relax. We can't come up, we're trying to figure out that answer, that problem. And a lot of times the answer is just relax, like you said, open, lay back. Sometimes it's silence. You have to, your mind's like rattling, monkey mind. Calm your mind, open your heart. You may need to stop, follow your breath for a little bit, and relax. And most of the time when you do that, the answer will come to you. That guidance will. You have to kind of create space for that guidance to come in. Because if not, then it's just you're going to drive yourself crazy. And trusting in their heart, trusting in love. A lot of our lessons always come back to the heart. Seems like it starts with the heart, then it goes to the mind, it goes to everything else, and then it all comes full circle back to the heart. So listen to that inner voice, the intuitive voice of the heart, that guidance.
There's golden goodness there, man.
Oh,
I was having trouble navigating to next steps in some of these interviews, right? Like I get the first call from the recruiter, but I'm like, why can't I get past these recruiters? What am I saying? What am I not saying? What are they wanting to hear that I'm not giving them? And I think what happened to me, the thing that was coming up was I was potentially over preparing. I was ta- I was talking too much. I was getting, because you only get 20 to 30 minutes with a recruiter. Nowadays, that's what it seems like, at least what my experience has been. And so I looked, I kind of like sat back the other night and I was like, what are they looking for? Like, and I opened myself up to some guidance, and it was just like, maybe don't prepare as much. Maybe know a little bit. Don't have things written down. Like I had like notes sometimes and
yeah.
stuff. And I think that's getting caught up in your mind. Like I got to remember to say this. I got to remember to do that. So I kind of programmed myself before this last call, which went really well. I got to next steps. High five, Ray. Right, got the next steps. But ding, hey, my phone just ding. That's great. We're on fire, folks. You better pay attention. This is when it gets good, because I I didn't say, oh, what is she going to ask? It's this kind of company. And okay, they gave me this link to check out before they call. But I just kind of read the stuff once. I didn't write down any notes, and I just let it come in and settle the way it was ever going to settle. And then just be open to talk from the heart when she asked me questions. And I think I flowed a lot better on the call than I would normally have, because normally I'm trying, okay, I got to plug this in. I got to make sure I say that before the 20, 30 minutes is up, because that's important. That's going to get me to the next step. And none of that stuff ever got me to the next step. What got
Right.
me to the next step today was just having a heart to heart conversation with someone. And actually, during the call, I even used that as one of my answers. I'm like, as far as overcoming objections. And I said, just making a heart to heart, true human connection with the potential customer, and not making it a sale, but making it, something that was a very a bonding type experience, and creating a relationship versus a
Yeah.
transaction. And that didn't come out in preparation. That came out from speaking from the heart. So
I think when you have too much preparation, you can't be present. You can't be in the present moment with that person because you're trying to think like one or two steps ahead, like, oh, I got to bring up this point. You might be looking at that.
that's
So
such
so it sounds like what you did is you try to become more present in your situation, and that's the only way you can have a heart to heart, because heart to heart is basically it's just another word for connection.
yeah, and presence
And how can you
and
connect with somebody if you're not there? If you're
unconditional
lying
presence,
somewhere
and
else.
unconditional presence and attunement only comes from that, from yeah, from getting out of here and getting into here and plugging into there, and ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. We shall. Oh, yep.
All right, man.
I don't know what I'm saying. I have no idea. All right. All right. I
Yeah.
got a deck. You want a deck? Hey, so if you want a question answered, or you want an intention addressed, make it known now. Scream it out loud. Get on your rooftop and let the world know, or silently chant inside, or hit mute if you have no rhyme or reason to want to connect with John with a J. I'm still going to pull a card. So if you're watching the screen, the message is for you too. But here it is. If you just want a general reading, I'm pulling from this deck today. It is the Nature Spirit deck, the
Nice.
Oracle card deck. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. shaking out the old, I'm bringing in the new. Shuffling, shuffling, every day I'm shuffling. Shuffling, shuffling, shuffling. Ben Unity. I think that was the song that was in my head. It's an
All
old.
right, I have a question.
Yeah, you're silently asking a question, or are you asking me a question?
No, I'm silently
Okay,
asking.
gotcha. For this deck, so for this
Yeah.
card, you're asking. Okay, all right. Ba 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 ba. Hmm. Oh. Oh, Ray. Oh yeah. Oh, you know I like the ooey gooey goodness in the middle there. I gotta just. Oh, that's for you, Ray. Haba haba haba. He's a dream weaver. Bing! Dream traveler.
Dream traveler.
A waterfall
Okay.
spring situation.
Yeah.
It's a good looking card. I don't know where it's going to take us, but let's see. I'm feeling okay. Card meaning. What did I say in the beginning of the call? You are a channel for spirit. Trust your intuition, Ray, hunches, and gut reactions. This is a visionary card with the message that you're on the right path, even if it doesn't always seem like it. Your higher self and spiritual guides, ancestors, and guardians are watching over you and supporting you. You are blessed, and you are a blessing. You are a dreamer in the most wondrous definition of the word. How can it get any better than this? Oh, wait, it does. Your native spirit wants you to know in earth based tribal traditions, people look to those unique individuals who had the ability to journey during their nocturnal dreams to bring back wisdom and guidance for the tribe. The dreamers were able to step through sacred portals in the night to commune with those on the other side. You carry the energy of the visionary, Ray, healer and seer. Watch your dreams. Messages come from the creator are messages from the creator are flowing to you. Here's the journey. Last part. Before going to sleep, place a journal next to your bed. Most dreams are forgotten within less than 10 minutes, so it's essential to record them as soon as you can upon waking. When the dream traveler card chooses you, Bodhi Ray, it's essential to watch your dreams. Profound and even life-changing messages can come through.
Wow. What a beautiful card that was. Beautiful message.
Yeah, I have not been remembering my dreams as vividly as I used to. So maybe I need to make my intentions more clear before going to bed or before falling back to sleep and saying, I want to remember my message. Or when I wake up or get to a point in the dream where something's like, not necessarily pull myself out of the dream, but remember to record it. And if it's writing it down, if it's talking into my phone real quick or something, um, I feel like I need to do that because I do believe in the messages coming to you from the subconscious for sure. And what those obscure images or interactions in your dreams might be trying to tell you. And it's fun to try to figure out too. Or even if you have the right person, sharing with a friend or a partner or a relative and say like, hey, I had this funky dream. Oh, so did I. And then you can have one of those conversations where the both of you look at each other like, what? But it's nice to vocalize it and maybe that person can offer some type of insight
Work it out
into the obscurity of it all or whatever. And I like that exercise that I learned by going to one of those Teal Swan workshops, and that was put when you have a dream and you remember it vividly once you initially wake up or otherwise, is inserting yourself into the perspective of certain elements of the dream. And like you make yourself, like if there's a monster, then you see the dream through the eyes of the monster. And by doing that, by embracing that aspect that is being manifested in your dream world, maybe you can understand what that monster represents, or more intimately connect with it. And there's an ocean, so you actually become the ocean and connect with it as deeply as you can and see through the eyes of the waves and the tides or whatever. Yeah, it's really neat to plug all those puzzle pieces together. What do you get?
What I was getting out of that message too is our path and how sometimes we are on the right path, and sometimes it says how it doesn't seem like we are. And I think that's something that we all encounter in life, because when things are going good, we're like, yeah, I'm on the right path. And then then what happens? Usually things fall apart, things don't go our way, we struggle, we stress. Then we start to question things like, well, maybe I'm not on the right path. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. We start judging ourselves, judging our situation, and trying to like think how do I get back to where I was before in alignment. And there's always to remember is just because we're going through some difficulty does not mean that we're on a wrong path. Difficulty is part of the path because most of the path is a path of healing, a path of knowing your true self. So sometimes we get attached to how we think things ought to be. I ought to be going this, having this. I ought to be having this situation. I ought to be having these experiences. And then when it doesn't line up, that's just the mind thinking that it has it all planned out how it should go. And sometimes when we look back later on and things that happened to us, we see that things really did work out in our favor in the long run, but it didn't seem that way, in the short term because it wasn't going the way we expected it to.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So it's
I,
just
th-
I think it goes back to that too, like the other messages kind of have that faith, and rely on that and that trusting in the hearts.
I feel like we just provided ourselves and the audience with the peanut butter and the jelly, right? And we just made it good together with my perspective and your take on it. I like that. It feels good.
Yeah.
It tastes good, Ray. it it is good.
It is.
Hey, what was your question? Do you want to share or
Well,
no?
I was just asking into relation of the future of the Bodhi Bros. That's really what I was saying. So like,
So
show me the future of the Bodhi Bros. What to expect, like us. What are we going to be facing?
got it.
So I think that means that's good. I think that means that we're going to have like creative visions. Sometimes you know as you could tell, our shows we changed our format of the show up. A couple times here and there, kind of tweaking things. So I think it's sometimes I think we're on the right path and we're doing the right path and kind of trusting that and rely on our intuition and our vision and keep things creative and flowing.
Yeah.
And
From
keep the dream alive.
what I'm hearing too, as the person that's a talented healer, seer, and connector of wisdom for the tribe, is you need to go and have your ayahuasca journey and bring us back some knowledge, dude. Go, Ray. Go, bring us the answers.
I don't know.
when
Sometime.
when the time's right. So yeah, all right. Well, look, our goal was to knock out like a 20-minute podcast or video recording. Look, we still don't know what we're doing. Are we a podcast or a YouTube video channel? It doesn't matter, man. We're both. We're all things. We're a many faceted
We're
operation.
beyond labels. We're beyond labels and concepts.
That's
We
it,
just
man.
are what we are.
We are
We're the Bodhi Bros.
we are a content provider of spiritual sorts, if you will. I don't know. That sounded cool. Whatever. Little James Franco, what's up? There he is. What's up, little James Franco? I don't know. It's
All
not
right.
mine, but he's here with us. All right. So that was season 3, episode 9. Who knows what episode 10 will be? There might not be an episode 10. We might shift gears into season 4 because we have another idea. But maybe we try this quick format out for a while. See, give us some feedback, folks. Let us know if you like the turbo version of this, so it's not as a big of a commitment, like an hour. So the three golden helpers: like, share, subscribe, please, and thank you. We need those in order to get out there, in order to build and grow and have more events and things and people to plug into and places to discover and folks to inspire. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
I'm John with a J.
Yeah. Bodhi Ray.
And we are gone. Wait, still recording. And we're clear.